Everybody, welcome back to the third part, the third section of Misspent Youth. Tonight, we are going to do something pretty interesting. We've finished up that episode, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to set up the next episode by choosing our authority figures, by choosing our friendship questions, and by maybe, if we have time, doing the first setup scene for the next episode. So, Oz, please tell us who is going to be choosing first.
All right, well, yeah, we have to decide in order. So before I went first, then the next episode, Cassie went first. So I guess let's do... But I know Opti usually wants scene 5.
That's correct. By the way, Oz, you have not crossed off Unity's fast.
Yes,
she sold that one
that's
out.
true.
That one needs to be...
Oh, I'm sorry.
That one needs to be ganked.
I did it on the what's it's on Twitch on the overlay, but I didn't. Gotcha. Okay, there you go. So why don't we do like a crisscrossy thing? So we could do like either Katie or Cliff start, and then it'll bounce down this way, and then like based on what I'm seeing. Wait, is it? So it would be like if Cliff goes, then it would be me, and then Cassie, then Katie, or then we could do Katie, Cliff, Oz, Cat, something like that. Katie,
why don't we do? Yeah, because who started? Katie started the last one, right? So let's.
No, Cassie started the last one.
Cassie?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Cliff this time. And then we'll do Oz. And then we'll do Katie. And then we'll do Cassie.
Okay.
Cool. I'm taking better notes this time.
And then you'll just lose them by the time.
No,
we get
I'm writing it down.
that.
All right. So Cliff, why don't you choose? Do you want to do? Why don't we do authority figures first? That way, it'll give you guys some time to be thinking about your friendship question. We can bring back former authority figures, provided they're not dead, or we can make up new ones.
Is he really dead though?
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go with an authority figure, and that's the archer who's out for revenge. Her friend with the swords got killed, and she lost her favorite bow.
That is Victory.
Okay. Victory the archer.
The white horse.
All right, let me make sure I do that.
Based on the Parthenians. But neither here nor there.
Do we just want to make it the Lord's Wrath, like the remnants of the Lord's Wrath, so that we could like...
Oh, you sweet summer child. That was not the entirety of the Lord's Wrath.
Well, yes, but those the other three...
The horsemen. No,
the other three horsemen?
Victory would be awesome. I think it'd be cool to give an entire issue to Victory.
All right. Victory.
Okay.
All right. So then I pick the next one. I'm thinking. How about? Let's take this. Okay. So our idea now is we've got people. We have a target. So maybe we could. Why don't we? Okay, so we had the deacons before, which were like the people that were just kind of guarding the, or like
purge centers.
Yeah, right. So how about the cardinals?
Oh, we haven't encountered the cardinals yet. Who are they?
Yeah, and I'm envisioning like you know the big red hats and the robes.
Yeah. Do they have a particular function, or are you just letting me go wild with that?
I would let you go wild with them, but I imagine that they are. Well, actually, you know what? I like this better. Why don't we have the cardinals be above Pastor Robinson? Is that possible?
Oh, it sure is.
Because pastor is just a pastor. Like, whatever. There's people above.
Yeah, just a pastor opti.
There's the people that actually are pulling the strings. So
no matter what you may think, I have very little actual power anywhere. whatever you have in your mind when you think of pastor, that's not me.
But yeah, I
For
like the
those in
Cardinals.
our audience, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just gonna say, for those in our audience that aren't aware or watching for the first time, our wonderful authority figure Opti actually is a pastor in real life.
Yeah, that cat's out of the bag now. Yeah, the Shadowrun anarchist.
Man,
like,
you've got
surprise!
circular logic down.
Oh man!
It's almost as if I've been listening to this bullcrap for a very long time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like the Cardinals are people that are further up the food chain. Like it doesn't just end at Pastor Robinson's an extension of what the Cardinals' will is, you know. And so I feel like they're gonna be like a mega boss for us.
Fuck.
Like the Elite Four.
I like that. Yes, they're the Elite Four.
All right. So then next would be Katie.
Oh fuck.
And chat, if you have any suggestions for an authority figure, figure drop them in chat. Could an authority be a group similar to the Clique? Not the Lord's Wrath, but other Horde folks who've been fighting the system for their own ends.
Like a runner group, like a second runner group.
I don't know if that would be an authority figure though.
It wouldn't be an authority figure. No, it would be like a good idea for a meetup. So an authority figure then. Because I don't have a friendship question right now. I mean, unless I'm gonna ask Strike. Shit.
I think we're doing authority figures first, right? And then.
Oh yeah. No. So authority figure then. Because I was thinking on it, and fucking Oz swept out one of my ideas, and now I'm just sitting here stalling. I'm like,
Damien, that's such a good idea. Like, okay, so check this out. We could have a second group, right, that thinks they're doing the right thing, but just like in Shadowrun, right, like the runners actually keep the powers that be in place, right? Like that's the secret of Shadowrun.
well,
It's like,
but that's the thing. That's still the Lord's Wrath.
Wait. I thought of something even more interesting. What if this group that's similar to us are adults? So they don't take us seriously for shit.
So literally,
So
are we
they
just
wanna
gonna put
take-
adult Shadowrunners in on this fucking game?
The adult
Just
clique.
fucking cut to
An
it.
adult
Let's
clique.
do- No, call them what they are.
But basically, yeah, like they don't take us seriously whatsoever. They're like, even though we're supposed to be the leaders, they want to wrest that away from us, and then whatever their ends are, which
but
might
Katie,
not
this is
necessarily
ultimately your call.
jive.
So
Fuck. No, I'm trying to think, because keep hearing a
Cats.
cat.
Yeah.
Can a
Like,
cat
why
be an
are
authority
you
figure?
doing this?
oh man, see, Damien knows how to play this game.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. Okay.
Oh shit!
I don't know. Pass me for now. I seriously can't think about it. Like, and I don't agree with
Okay.
this whole Shadowrunners group thing. I don't feel like that's an authority figure. So
Then
I'm
maybe not a
taking that.
Shadowrunner group, but at least one, like the people that we
Well,
No,
chose.
let Katie,
No, I
let
don't
Katie
agree.
come up
I
with
don't
one.
agree with it.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
So,
Do your thing.
Do you want to skip over to Unity? For
yeah,
now, and then-
just skip over to Unity for now. I'm still trying to think.
Okay, Cassie.
Okay, so an authority figure. You know, gosh, I almost feel like making Journey Jenkins an authority figure
Oh snap!
would be pretty fun.
I
Like
agree.
she gets put back in her place.
You know, maybe it's that like,
Because we killed Pastor Robinson, all of a sudden her view on us changes.
yeah, you know, like I think that she's she's got this view. She agrees that it's aliens. Okay, whatever. But Pastor Robinson was like a conduit for this power, and he offered it up to, freely to, these fortunate souls that could survive the things of sin stuff. So yeah, I think that Journey Jenkins would make a really fun authority figure now.
You shut up over there, Damien.
Now it's Jenkins time.
God damn it.
Journey!
Don't give off the ideas!
Pastor Journey Jenkins time! Pastor Journey Jenkins time!
No!
Okay. You all want some candy?
So, an idea for... I'm coming up and trying to help. How about someone that's like... Because we still need access to a lab so that we can, pass this cure around or figure out, like, how to, like, is there maybe an authority figure that would have to do with, like, a science lab or, like a head researcher or someone that we would have to convince, or I don't know.
No, I'm really stalling out on it for here.
How about like a
maybe?
how about a group that's already like a rebel group that already exists like underground, and then maybe they have.
See, we're just touching back onto the same idea. Then I don't particularly agree with it. Like, I don't feel like it's an authority figure. I feel like it's a great thing to have in a scene, but in and of itself doesn't represent an authority figure, right? Like, it's just another group of people, like just the crowd outside. How come that wasn't authority?
Right.
Like,
maybe the candies that Journey Jenkins gives out.
That's not an authority figure. That doesn't make any sense.
No, authority figures can be things too.
Yeah, but the candy isn't.
Like, it's mind control candy. It makes you susceptible to Journey Jenkins.
We all ate the fucking candy, though.
I didn't eat the candy.
I know.
That's the whole point. Wait,
fucker.
Journey.
Don't let him talk you into this. He's trying to mind control you.
What about Alice's parents?
Because they knew about the whole thing.
Yeah, and they want her to take her proper place instead of going off and doing what she's doing.
I've got one better. Instead of the fucking, what you want to call it, the Lord's Wrath, what about the actual soldier program itself? Like, not the actual individuals that are in it, but like the people that are purposefully recruiting the kids and dragging them in and like paying.
How are they recruiting people? Like, so that recruitment process, or the
so the recruitment process is because Pastor Robinson said, like, he notices or he knows that there are people that have that switch to turn on right. Whether or not they're going to survive the Tears of Unity and the Wages of Sin versus those that are just going to bleed out. So somebody knows somewhere who the fucking mutants are going to potentially be, and those are the people that are purposefully getting infected, right? So the recruitment program is essentially, what is it, like a DNA database? Yeah, kind of like a Professor X, but like not in a good way. The person that's like, okay, we need our next round of soldiers. Professor Z, the next round of soldiers needs to be recruited for our cause, and the switch gets flipped, and then the next batch of people get turned.
I dig it.
Like especially
they need a name though, for sure.
Yeah.
The Angels, or the
Pariahs.
Ooh, I like that. The Pariahs.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
With the Pariahs.
It's like the Pariah. Is it an academy? Like, how do they like harness you or whatever?
Well, basically, you're just lumped in with another batch of sickness. So basically, you're kind of like hidden in plain sight with another group of people with the Wages of Sins, and you're kind of placed your centers to die, except that when everybody dies, you just kind of get brushed off to the side, much like we were at the start before I burned down the hospital. So basically, people are paid off to make sure you get put aside.
All right. So what is it? So they're called the Pariahs?
Pariahs. Yeah.
Yeah. Radio's suggesting the True Path could be a name for them too. So.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Well, that's what the program could be called.
Yeah, the pariahs
like
are
that.
just the recruiters, but the true path is the program.
Oh, would the prize be the recruits, not the recruiters, right?
They're just the people that work there in general, like the men in black,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pariahs
the
just
people
sounds.
that flash in your way.
Yeah, because like pariahs sounds like they're the ones who are affected by it and are still like kind of the. Well, I
But
guess.
then those guys are the Lord's Wrath, right? Those are the kids.
Right. So okay, fine. No, yeah, let's just call it the true path then.
All right, yeah, true path is fine.
Okay, I have now we need Cliff to ask Oz a friendship question.
Do you think you really killed him?
Has to be something I can't answer with a yes or no.
Oh.
And it should be about your relationship with each other.
Okay.
And if that's a real problem for you, then that's fine. You know what I mean? Like if that's where you
Well, we both killed him,
That was
Yeah.
right?
So maybe the
We
friendship
both
question
killed-
is. Yeah.
Yeah, something around that
Like
we
how-
both killed him.
Yeah, like how do we feel we accomplished anything? Do we or
that's a good question.
Yeah, did we accomplish anything by killing him?
twice.
excuse me.
Because, yeah, Bell killed him first, and he was shocked. I mean, like, looking back, yeah, he really was trying to kill him, but he didn't really believe that he could. And then when he just blew apart like that, it was, quite a shock to him. And then when he came back, it was even more, and it just made everything seem more futile. So,
Yeah.
it shook him up.
What's the answer?
We've got a fucking army.
Strike is basically saying like, yeah, I think it was worth it because the ends are what they are.
I mean,
It's
it was
justify the
really
means.
just. It was honestly like, did we accomplish anything? We proved a point, really, or we're not going to be subject to his manipulation.
So like he's basically utilitarian about it. Like we proved a point and we won, so yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oz, you are going to ask Alice a question.
Well,
Okay. Would you go out on a date with me?
oh!
Wow.
I thought it was no yes or no questions, though.
Oh, so fine. All right.
How do you
feel about
going
me?
out- yeah.
How do you feel?
How do you feel about going
Would
on a
you?
date?
Oh, no. How would you? Okay. Okay. Every question is like a yes or no.
What am I to you?
What am I to you? I like that. So what's your answer? Because I've been like Strike's been
Very, very teenage about a crush.
yeah he
No,
he's
I've
definitely
been picking
digging
it
Alice.
Alright.
He's digging Alice, and he doesn't think he's necessarily good enough for her at all, but he's very like he looks up to her a lot. So
Even though fucking Drake is the oldest of the group.
yeah, you're smart. He's not.
We're both very angry people that happen to commit homicides. So,
Have we all killed somebody now?
wait, Cassie?
Well,
yeah, no, we have.
I killed.
Yeah,
well,
because Cassie
killed.
ran over one of the Lord's Wrath.
Holy shit, we're murderers. Woo. Okay. So what am I to you?
Bunch of murder
what's the
hover.
answer?
Technically, the one I killed came back to life, so I don't know if it counts.
Yeah.
Oh God, how do I answer this one? Oh, it just such a very female reaction. It's
Oh my
like,
gosh, you should totally just
Should we-
reject him.
Could we?
No,
We
you
could leave
don't
the answer
have
blank,
to-
right?
Well, yeah, but you don't
No.
have to actually have this conversation right now. We just want to get to what Alice would think. Yeah.
What Alice would think is that she needs Strike, not maybe necessarily in a romantic sense, but given that like this entire support system, he's been the only person that's been backing up her up this whole time. So I guess
So I'm
the
your backup.
answer.
necessarily romantically. And so that actually okay. So she needs him, but not necessarily romantically, and so that leads to tension.
Yeah.
She needs Strike as backup.
Yep.
So that's obviously not what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also because she's like fucking 15. She's like, "What is love, baby? Don't hurt me no more."
What 15-year-old wants an older guy? So yeah, let's move on.
What?
What?
2 years older.
1
I'm
year
16. I'm 16.
Oh, I thought you were 17 on this
No,
one.
I'm 16.
older. He's reverting.
Who was 17?
No,
Alice,
it's right there.
I'm fucking losing my mind then.
you are going to ask Unity a question.
Unity's question.
Yeah.
Are you coping? Well, that's a yes or no question. How are you coping with this?
With what?
Oh,
Be
man.
more specific.
Just the fucking R-rated adventure we're having. She's 13.
So I guess the short answer is gonna be not well.
Not coping. Got it.
Not coping. Well, she was curious, but she doesn't know how to phrase it the right way. It's just like,
Yeah.
are you okay, sweetie? I just fucking killed someone with a car.
Shit.
Unity is not okay.
I'm not okay.
Okay. So I want next episode. I want her to hook up with Journey Jenkins and be like, "Listen, you need to help me." And Journey's like, "Oh, child, I'll absolutely help you."
Here,
And
have some of this candy.
right here, have some caramel. All right, Unity, ask Belle a question.
Gosh, I mean, the one question that really has been on my mind, and I think on Unity's mind, is like, are we still the good guys? Like, are we doing the right thing?
She keeps asking this question, by the way.
Because-
And well, no,
like,
I mean, like,
because I mean, like, this is because now, like, the problem, I think, like, she's killed someone. Like, her guilt is just like overpowering, and she's seeing everyone else like nonchalantly ending other people's lives like it's nothing, and she's like, what am I doing here?
Maybe
this is the theme, and I want you guys to notice that Unity has sold out more than anybody else too.
Yeah,
The death of innocence.
Right, like the heart of
No.
this group, like the innocence, right? Like about wanting to do the right thing, like that's dying. So,
it's a weird,
every
like,
time-
sick inverse, like.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Every time you answer this question that she keeps asking
It's-
over and over, it's
because,
actually
Another round where she sells out and another
Yeah.
part of her dies.
I was gonna.
so.
Yeah.
Belle, what's the answer?
Well, wouldn't this also be a yes or no question? Are we still the good guys?
Yeah.
I mean, that
Okay,
sounds
maybe.
fair. Like, okay.
How about
How are we still the good guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. So it'd be like,
or what's wrong with us? What's wrong with
Yeah.
you guys?
If we're
yeah.
good guys,
Why are we murder hobos?
if we're good guys, why are you okay with? Because especially with Belle was just so adamant that fuck this lady Journey Jenkins, even though she apparently agrees with him 100%. Like, why are you turning away like the people who agree with you?
Like,
That's I think that's the question that Unity would ask, because she saw it like right there. It's like they are 100 like they're like this, but why are you turning away the people that agree with you?
All right. Cliff.
So who am I turning away? Is
Like-
Journey Jenkins?
Yeah. For example, that's just like
So if we're the good guys, why do I want to turn away Journey Jenkins? It's because
Alien.
it's my truth to tell, not her.
I've heard this fucking answer before.
Wow, that is like such. That's like such an honestly bad answer. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's so true that it hurts. You know what I mean? Like it's like he needs to be special. This is his thing.
This is my time to shine.
That's so
wow.
good.
I love it.
Oh my god, that is so amazing.
Oh my gosh, Cliff.
If I could give a
God,
plot point, awesome. I would.
Yeah.
Right? I was really hoping that that's where you would sit. Like I was just I really was hoping.
That's really good. That's really, really good.
All right.
Fuck.
Do we have enough time to do a scene?
We have 20 minutes, I would say, yeah. If you guys are up for it. Or do we just want to
get you guys to sell out in scene 1?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Aren't you optimistic, Opti? See what I did there?
Hope springs eternal. Okay, well then let's start with round whatever it is, 4 maybe. Episode 4.
Episode 3.
3
or 4.
Episode 3.
Episode 4. Free. Episode 4. We're gonna start off with Cliff, who is going to choose our authority figure or our friendship question, and set up the I can't even talk right now. The first 5 seconds. Yeah, I was having a stroke right there. I don't know what I was doing. All right, so Cliff.
All right, let's do the Strike and Alice. What am I to you? Question.
Are we doing this live?
We're doing this now. All right, so
that seems like the juiciest one. Let's just get right to it. Yeah.
All right, so this scene is the what's up. It is where we observe the clique, their world, their friendships, and what changes in that world.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of change that's about to happen. I
Do I do the first 5 seconds too, or is
yes.
Does that go? Okay, so it's in the same area. We've actually taken this place. There's a bunch of people who like now have superpowers too that are kind of on our side.
We've taken over the hotel. It's now our compound.
I'm picturing it like a motel, right? Like where like you have a big like parking lot area in the middle and a bunch of like apartment type motel rooms everywhere. You know, so I think you guys have got a good thing. Yeah.
We've been staying in this town. People who've heard about what happened are like coming here. Mostly people in the town, but it's starting to spread. People are coming for the cure, and we've got this lab area set up that we can start cranking it out. So we've got some time to like kind of pause and reflect. We fought out the bad guys for now, and we're cranking out the cure and making some people immune, I guess, if we can, or inoculating them, or trying to do what we can do. Belle doesn't really understand that part of the stuff, but we're basically hanging out there, and
that science shit is for the aliens anyway, right?
Yeah, and the first thing, Alice is she's been really busy, like trying to get something to work with the cure, trying to crank out the output. It's been really frustrating, and she's kind of in the back area, just kind of washing up after a hard day, just frustrating time trying to crank out. It's just making it, trying to be able to do enough, and she's maybe not wearing as many layers as she might otherwise be, not completely revealing or anything, but Strike sort of like walks in and almost bumps into her, and they have this sort of awkward moment.
Like where he wants to look, but he averts. It's like,
Damien, turn off your stream.
And there's like other people kind of walking around back and forth. This is not a place where they're likely to have super private time, but for the moment they kind of got this moment to themselves, and Unity and Belle are kind of around in the area too, but not like in the same.
Unity's been following like the Alice's formula and just has been plugging away at like getting all of like mass producing the process. So like she's learned the Alice system and now she's applying it on a larger scale. So she's pretty occupied.
She remembers everything.
So
It's her backup.
All right, so this mildly
music
scandalous.
Fuck's sake!
Yeah, I know.
I hate you. I am so glad I am not physically capable of blushing.
Yeah, so he's just like, oh, I'm really sorry.
Or am I?
Yeah, just like, I was gonna use the.
No fucking worries. Go ahead. I'm done in there. It's.
Hey,
Yeah. No.
And can I like just get like a moment with you?
Yeah. What do you need? Sorry, I'm
So, like I go into the bathroom that you just came out of, and it's still like a little like steamy and from the shower that you just took, and so just like anyway. so we could like have like a like privacy, right? So I just like shut the door.
Strike. What is it? I mean, it's. You know, you can always talk to me. I mean, there's like, what we've been through this from the start. What's with all the secrecy? What's up?
Look, I don't really know how to say it. I'm just gonna ramble and then,
So I'm gonna cut in for a moment. At this time, we goes to Unity, sort of like plugging away at the computers and the labs, doing stuff, whatever. Belle comes up to her and says, "Hey, did you see that?"
see what?
He gestures over to the door. Alice was just coming out of that bathroom and like Strike bumped into her. It looked like they were just gonna but then they both went in and closed the door.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Jenkins is in the corner, just eating her caramels.
It's like one of those soap operas that banned years ago.
Oh man!
What do you think they're doing in there?
So cut back into the bathroom. Strike is rambling. And says, look, you're. I just want to make sure, like, that everything that's happening right now is just nothing's getting into your head, because, man, like after you peel away those fucking layers, like they get in your head, and they got into the head of so many, like, our parents and I just want to make sure
they're like in this small bathroom with the door closed, and like she's all steamy and
it's
he's
hot,
like rambling about like
are you mentally okay? Are you mentally sound?
Yeah.
Strike, are you okay? I'm fine, man. I'm just fucking tired. I've gotta get the
peel away
shit solved.
You're working, but you're working a lot, and sometimes I also feel bad that I can't really help you.
I have to do it. Somebody else might get it wrong.
Do I have to call for a struggle for you to get to the point?
Now, cutting back to Belle and Unity. Do you think we should do something?
And
Journey
Unity
Jenkins,
is like,
Journey-
yeah, man. So like Unity is just like, wait, what are you? So like the wheels are slowly spinning, and then he's like, so do you think we should do that? And he's like, and it clicks. Is like, Strike likes her. Because
Journey Jenkins says, "Oh, child, you're such a sweet little thing. We should probably get involved before anything untoward happens.
Unsavory.
You let Miss Jenkins take care of things."
Oh my God, is that the struggle?
No,
Yeah, we'll do that.
Me getting an
We'll call for a
opportunity to
struggle.
say what? Yeah.
So what does the Glick want?
We want them to have their moment, right?
We want.
They can't be interrupted before they have their.
Nah, man.
Catharsis.
Unity wants Alice to reject Shriek so bad.
But you know what though? Okay, for that to happen, there needs to be that moment for him to
That's
even
true.
Right? So yeah, so it's buying time for
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want them to have their full moment that's not interrupted.
So
True.
what I want,
Okay, so that's what we want.
What I want is to interrupt it as something awkward is happening. Journey Jenkins goes in there and blunders something, and Unity sees this and just
loses her fucking mind.
Yeah, and something snaps right inside of her, and she can handle what happens as a result. But I want Journey Jenkins to really screw this up for everyone. Okay, who's gonna stand up? Journey Jenkins is now walking.
I'm gonna stand up
with her caramels towards the bathroom.
I'm gonna stand up with my cool means.
Okay. Did you roll already?
Nope, I gotta roll.
Okay.
I realize what she's doing, and I roll a 7.
Oh, boo! I don't even have any rerolls.
Nobody. I don't think anybody has rerolls, right?
You're not stopping this love train.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play it cool. I'm like, hey, no, it's okay. It's our friends, and we need to give them their privacy. Just relax. Nothing untoward's gonna happen. Anything that does happen is something that, maybe ought to happen. You gotta give them their moment.
Cassie is just fucking dying.
Miss Jenkins says, now, Mr. Truth, have you ever been with a woman? Do you know?
Mercy me!
Yeah, he's turning all red now and just choking on his own throat.
She says, now see here, you don't know what you're talking about. You should just probably sit back down and let Miss Jenkins handle this before things get out of control. You don't know what could happen. The good Lord gave us the rules for a reason, and we can have all manner of problems come as a bout of them doing things that, just giving in to their teenage lustfulness. And we need to stop it.
I feel like I really don't have an opportunity to stand up because that's exactly what's happening.
So Miss Jenkins gives Belle a caramel, and she's walking towards the bathroom.
And what are you claiming?
Oh man, 7's gone. I guess I'll just have to take 12.
All right. Okay, so during that exchange that Belle bought some time,
and you guys have to stand and converse with each other, right?
Yeah. So it's me.
Okay.
11.
Nice. Ooh-wee.
Okay. So let's see. What am I using? I'm gonna use.
Oh, wait, no, that would be cool. Never mind. Don't use bad.
Bad boy.
Don't use bad.
Use whatever you want. In my head, I was like, never mind. I won't tell you what I was thinking. But use whatever you want.
I'm gonna go for thrills. Let me do this one. I don't ever get to use thrills. And Strike says, so we're on the same page, right? It feels good to just fucking let loose and nothing fucking matters, right? It's just.
I mean, I guess this whole thing has been kind of a fucking wild ride from the start, right?
Yeah, it has. I gotta ask. I want to get interrupted by whatever's happening on the other side.
So
okay, we'll stop there and
or rather, it cuts away to interrupt.
Yeah. Journey Jenkins says,
yes.
Let's see, how can I get? She goes, what did she say? I'm trying to get this to the point where. Anyway, she knocks on the door. Are y'all all right in there?
I'll stand up.
And I'll just choose 2. I'm not being very threatening. I'm trying to give this a little bit of leeway.
Let's be honest. I don't think you have to do much to make this like the worst possible outcome.
like what's the upside here? Nobody gets what they want.
Oh fuck! All right, I guess I stand up. Struggle.
Okay.
Struggle bus.
All right.
All right, she got a 6.
You guys are getting all the good ones.
I know, right? So I'm gonna use my smart and kind of like use a bit of intuition of just like looking at the door, kind of taking in the scene around me, and kind of looking at Strike being awkward and speaking up to Miss Jenkins. She's like, "No, everything's fine. Everything's fine." And she kind of turns to Strike and she's like, "What did you really pull me here for?" And she kind of gives him a strange look. I'm like, and she kind of reaches out and just like puts a friendly hand on his shoulder. Like, "Are you okay?"
Hey,
like
chum, friend of mine, friend.
I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Say it.
I didn't put.
It's still potentially. There's still time to swing one way or another. I think.
I pat him on the shoulder as if to say.
Well, no, I'm not patting him on the fucking shoulder. Stop putting words in my mouth.
It's currently a hand on the shoulder that can be.
I'm touching him. That's all his teenage brain has to give.
Okay. So you both look down at the floor, and you see a steady stream of caramels start making their way under the door.
What the fuck?
And she says, "If you're looking for something sweet, you know, Miss Jenkins has it out here."
What does she mean by that?
Come on out.
I stand up.
I'll claim number 3.
All right. Hold on. I stand up. 10.
Oh my goodness! I had the perfect one. Please don't. Did you just choose? Did you just? Oh no, you just choose. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm going to run a 10. What do I even?
You gotta keep stalling.
Yeah, I gotta keep stalling. So I guess I'll use. Should I use bad or sneaky? I don't know. I guess I'll go for
Sneaky.
Jeez, either one of them is kind of skeezy right now. like I've trapped the girl that I like inside a bathroom.
I know, I didn't mean it that way. Strike didn't mean it that way. It was just the only place I could get privacy. It was the only place to get privacy.
When she's vulnerable and tired, with some mind control candies going under the door.
No, I'm gonna do sneaky. And
hey, what's that over there?
Yeah, no, I'm going to just like with my foot. Out of Alice's like view, I'm kicking the candy back under the door so that she can't see it.
Yes.
And like,
okay, all right.
And wait.
Check this out.
I still watch.
So she sees the candy come back out, and so Unity and Belle can see this. Right? They see the candy getting pushed back out, and you see Jenkins just like frown, and then you see her like an idea all of a sudden occurred to her. Like she just remembered what she could do.
Oh no!
And you both get the impression like Jenkins, she's wandering around going, now how do I do that again? And you both think that she's about to teleport into the bathroom. And so I'm going to choose number 4.
Oz, you said you had one more thing you wanted to say though with your sneak.
Right, like while I was while I was kicking things through, okay. Look, you're a really fucking smart, and I look up to you a lot, okay? And whatever you need, just know that I have your back, and I will, I just want you to know that, okay? And I don't know I don't know how you feel about it, but I just wanted to make sure, like And then like I'm just kicking the things and candies through, and I'm just like trying to like
go the fuck away,
as slick as I can. Like that's how it feels, but it's slick because he's sneaky. So
Look at this spread we've got going on.
Right?
yeah.
All right,
Dude.
who's gonna
Okay.
stand up?
I'm totally standing up. It's gonna be great. Oh god, based on my rolls tonight. Ugh.
This is where the cock block happens.
Yeah, it's good. I'm sorry.
9. We're still on the table.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. Oh man, I wish I had a reroll. I would totally use it to try to. I would.
This is insane. You guys have got all the good numbers though.
So seeing what she's doing, and Unity kind of is like in the mode of she's just like is ignoring the potential for whatever is happening in that bathroom and pretending like it just is not happening. Whatever she's thinking, it's just completely wrong. But by the
Romance novel advice. Oh my god.
yeah.
Radio free supplies. I read a romance novel once. She really likes it. If you do, one shot Unity. No.
I once read in my National Geographic that this is what they're supposed to.
Jesus, that would be so funny.
This doesn't match any mating ritual I've ever heard of. I don't think
Oh my god! You know,
Just right there.
this is not what's in the scripture. But
yeah,
she hasn't
okay,
even talked to
okay.
his father yet.
exactly. Yeah. So okay. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm going back through all of the like moments. Like this is like a flashback in like fast forward mode, where like flashback in times 20, where it's like she's going through all of the scenes that have happened, specifically the interactions between Alice and Strike, and it's going through like in her head. It's like, no, that can't, no. No.
And then meanwhile, while you're buying time
does she
So-
put together that like it's not going to happen?
Yeah.
Becomes
So
sanguine about it, like.
yeah. So
But
it's
then
like,
also a little sad that Strike likes her.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then
It's like
also cool with it because she knows it's not going to happen. Okay, cool.
because
Yeah.
so it's all at the same time.
all we need is time, and it'll
While that's happening and Unity's sort of bought time there, Strike says, Unity, she's like my little sister, I want to protect her, I want to protect her, like my big sisters would do to me, and but you're different. You're something special.
I don't think of you like a sister at all. Okay, and now,
Oh, dear, are you gonna be okay?
We're giggling like
No.
teenagers.
okay, so here it is. Journey Jenkins teleports into the bathroom, but she's behind the curtain, so you can't see it.
Oh,
Behind
that's
the curtain
dirty.
of the-
She's just
of
making
the-
sure it stays kosher.
So
Leave
she's
enough room.
Chaperoning.
Make sure
in
you
there.
leave enough room between
man.
for Jesus.
Save room for Jesus.
So she's not saying anything though, and now she's listening in and peeking around the corner of the shower curtain, and she's going to choose number 5. Authority! Oh my gosh, I'm running this entire side.
Jesus Christ.
Holy
So
fuck.
unless you roll an 8, who's standing up?
I think
Bell's
it's-
Bell's gonna stand
Bell's
up.
got no
She
horse
just-
in this fight.
she just
I feel like should it be me? I feel like I like this is my last chance to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you should stand up.
Yeah.
You should do it.
Here we go. A 3.
Oh.
Yes.
Are you gonna sell out for Alice?
Ooh. What would he? Let me see what the sellouts are. Perverse. Let's not do perverse. No, that would be wrong.
Watching Alice while she sleeps.
Well, actually, that would probably be perverse.
See, like that's what I was thinking. Like,
yeah.
What if he's like trying to be bad? He's like, come on, let's just and he just takes it way too far because he's 16.
I'll only do that if she's comfortable with it, because otherwise I'm not gonna.
100%. I'm totally.
It is weird. Like so.
It is, but that's. It's
but that would be the most perverse, like knowing that she's behind the curtain and just like.
Knowing that Journey Jenkins is behind the curtain and still doing it anyway.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the perverse. Like he's like, watch this.
Yeah, because nihilistic and untrustworthy isn't gonna do it. Oh wait, or I could sell out the camo. And we can. There's like invis fun happening where it's. Okay,
like you can't control it,
but again,
more like it.
Yeah, well, no, as in like maybe like I hug or something, like I embrace you, but I'm invisible, so she can't see that I'm doing it to you. I think I might do that. I think I'm going to sell out my camera.
So if you do that,
you're giving up your power, though.
I'm not giving it up. I'm changing it.
What you're going to do is you're going to start preferring to be invisible. And you're going to use it when it's not actually a good idea. You're going to be a little bit sleazy with it. You're going to invade people's privacy and just like to be invisible because it gives you power over people. Is that fair?
Oh gosh, that's terrifying.
Dirty. So invade privacy is my,
you're.
This isn't voyeurism. My original thought was that this was going to be voyeurism, but this is different.
Power.
This is power.
It's like you using this and you're violating somebody's privacy. Not because you
invisibility dependence.
Like you're using this to like for vaguely wrong reasons. Like,
I guess
gives you power.
I guess I could call it sleazy.
I don't know. I kind of like the first one that you're going with.
Yeah.
First two, because I don't know. It just feels like abandoning our superpowers this early in the.
I'm not abandoning it. I'm just using it.
No,
I'm just using it in a different way. I would be using it to be a sleazeball.
Okay.
Right. Like this is him actually going. You know what? If I have the power to surveil people, that could be really useful. But like privacy is a basic right? So he's actually just like giving up and going like, you know what? But not everybody needs that right. I'm gonna invade people's privacy all the time. That'll get me power.
Poor Allie.
If you're not okay with that, that's fine.
Oh no, I'm 100% like okay.
I'm talking to Oz.
Oh.
Like, if that's not how he wants his character to go, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But it does feel like a progression that you're willing to go down. So, given what your character's done so far.
Sleazy. I don't know. I don't like the word sleazy for this, but I want it because if he's selling out to get this, I feel like it needs to be a different word than sleazy. It should be like he's
privacy issues. How about that? Just privacy issues, or surveillance,
or
invasion,
privacy invader. Invasive. I'll put invasive.
Yeah.
Invasive sounds right. Okay, so sorry about all that.
It's like you don't.
I just want to make sure I get the right word. And
because sleazy isn't really good.
And so Strike does one of these, points behind the shower curtain, and just reaches for her hand. And as he reaches for her hand, he like just goes invisible, like he just disappears, but you feel like his fingers holding your hand and just like keeping like it feels like you know that he's going to keep you safe no matter what, and you know exactly what he feels for you.
Is that what you feel right now?
And he's waiting to see what you do.
Or are you feeling very awkward, like
Alice is too tired, but just kind of goes with it. Like, if anything, she doesn't feel safe. She just feels kind of unsure what the hell is going on, but she's relied on Strike so far, and it's never led her anywhere bad before. So
your hope was that you get it out in the open.
You get a moment. That we get this moment.
Is this your moment?
The moment is going to be like seeing that she doesn't.
So from Strike's perspective, like you have you have got it. Like, this is going
I've got a
places.
moment. I've got
And
yeah. Like
from Alice's perspective, you're like, this is weird.
what matters.
This is
well,
weird,
no.
but I trust you.
What it is I didn't care, like, as Oz, I didn't care whether it was reject or not, but just that we settle, like, that moment and have, like, that, like, where do we stand? And, like, now that we're kind of discovering that maybe we can make this work, he just, like, he, like, slowly just embraces you, and you just feel, like, you feel the body against you, but you don't see it. And he's just going to hold you, like, protectively, not anything else, but just, like, it just, you would feel that it's romantic.
You're in a bathroom with one of your friends, and he grabs you invisibly and hugs you and holds you, and you go with it.
Yeah, because I felt that she was okay with going with it.
Okay, so that's a weird scene.
Yeah, Alice just feels like he's seeking comfort and just kind of wraps her arms back around him and just kind of gently strokes the back of his hair, thinking he's just looking for comfort. Fucking completely all romantic notions gone over the top of her.
I thought you're supposed to be the smart one.
She doesn't mean that she's street smart, Opti.
Yeah.
All right.
She might not be emotionally intelligent.
No.
That's
as cued
that's
by
fair.
the copious amounts of fucking fire.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Fuck.
Is that how we want to end it?
Yeah.
Well, what is?
No, it's
Journey
you.
Jenkins was like, "Where'd you go, honey?" and like teleports out and says, "He's not even in there." Whatever, and goes back to eating her caramels.
Yeah, and just basically leaves.
Left everybody to go like, "What the heck was that all about?" Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure he went in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Didn't you see?
Yeah.
No, you pointed after I was busy loading the machine up to do the next run.
Oh.
All right.
And
I'm
then,
fine
and
with
then
leaving
as
it
if,
if you guys-
and then as if to maintain everybody's propriety, Journey Jenkins says, "Well, maybe he just went invisible and went to go get some snacks." And then doesn't permit any more talking about it. And then scene's done.
Scene's
There you
done.
Oh my god.
I like having the Journey Jenkins character as a way to inject the authority into every scene without being threatening, but then also like having that like just authority-ishness like moving around.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my god. I had no intention of it going down like any of like this, but this is just perfect. The struggle
I
is the
think it's
cock block.
hilarious.
When I
But it's
put her
too
into the
completely
bathroom and
misread.
shut the door behind me, I had a totally different idea of how this is gonna go.
Oh man, that was fun.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here with us for the Shadowcasters Network presents Misspent Youth. As you can tell, we are neither misspent nor youth, but we really enjoy playing this game with you all. So we will see you. Oz, when will we see them?
Okay, well, yeah, we see in another 2 weeks, so that's going to be Monday the 26th. And I don't know if this will be the finale episode, because it doesn't really decide anything, you know, because we have to, like... But whatever, we're trying to make it the finale episode, maybe. We'll see, we'll see, we'll feel it out. We'll feel
see what
it out,
happens.
right?
Can they take their mutant army and take down the unity of all?
Save the world.
You know, Palmer's making a good point that like we're both kind of misunderstanding each other, and I don't know if that's necessarily answering the question. Does it need to be definitive, or do we make it like Strike does feel that she doesn't feel the same way in that embrace, like he just feels wrong holding her?
I think it's meant to answer the question, but I don't think the way that we handled it is going to be bad, since there was some additional tension that got brought in by Unity, which I want to play with later on. So I think that'll be good. I think this whole game hinges on Unity being able to survive intact, and everything is against her being able to do that. And like I just love that she kind of represents the heart of this team, and like her heart is under assault at every turn. So like she provides like she's like the Kitty Pryde, you know what I mean? Like, how's this gonna go down? Can she even survive, or is she gonna become evil Kitty Pryde? All right.
Other things though, let's plug some other final things, right? So on the Twitch channel soon, next Monday, there's going to be Join the Anarchy, the Shadowrun Anarchy interactive show. This Wednesday, actually, we're going to be over on, Cliff and I as well, and Opti, right? You're doing Blades in the Dark?
Yeah.
So like us plus Damien are going to be doing Blades in the Dark over on Plateau of Leng's channel. So we're going to host it on here, but definitely go and make sure that you support him. And I'm trying to think. We also have the Pathfinder. So Cassie, you want to talk about that?
This Saturday is going to be Shattered Isles, the Pathfinder spin-off that Max and I run together. He's going to be starting the show off, and I'm going to be joining him at about 5:30. So we'll be able to kick things off real good. We'll have both of our players there, so both Paige and John will be reprising their roles as Thomas and Kodrog, and they are about to go on a bit of a explorative dungeon crawl-esque thing to try to rescue Princess Violet at last. Fingers crossed that they succeed in doing so. If not, then they're going to be traveling the void trying to catch up with these motherfuckers. So we'll see how it turns out.
And then Starfinder,
Starfinder will be Sunday afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern. So it's an EU-friendly time as well. It'll be the third episode, and you'll be able to catch up on the previous episodes via YouTube as well. That's been a fun campaign, and they're kind of just getting started, just about to step into the mess of trouble section of their first big adventure. So I think that's where we'll probably kick things off this upcoming Sunday session.
And then I figured we should also plug like what we normally do, because we're playing Misspent Youth. I don't know if there are people out there that are just watching Misspent Youth on YouTube and don't necessarily know what we do on the regular. So I'll give this one over to Opti because he hasn't had a chance to speak, but he's our awesome authority.
I lay low on Twitch most of the time, so my claim to fame is that I write books for Shadowrun, so go check out Better Than Bad. That should be out soon. And then also I do a in-character history podcast of the Shadowrun world called the Neo-Anarchist Podcast, and it's year by year telling you the history of the Shadowrun universe. So if you want to get into Shadowrun and you think like everyone else, oh my gosh, this is harder to get into than Batman comics, then just head to my podcast and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah. And then how about Cliff? Why don't you talk about arcology and all that?
I'm probably better known around these parts as Mr. Johnson than as Cliff of the Arcology Podcast, which is a podcast. We talk about Shadowrun, and there's an actual play that's a really long-running campaign that is still going to this date. People seem to really enjoy that. And then, Oz and I also do special episodes about Shadowrun Anarchy as well, that we dub the Anarchology Podcast episode. So if you're looking for Anarchy particular content, you can find it that way. I also have another podcast called Legends of Earthdawn, which is an Earthdawn actual play podcast, and Opti joins that one as a player.
Yeah, that one's fun.
And Cassie, I know you've also got an original box set.
Yeah, man. So we, the original box set, we have another Twitch channel that we hang out on, do fun things with. Usually on Sundays are our big days. We are about to be wrapping up our fiscal year, so to speak. December is our time to spend with our families, so we're going to be wrapping up, I believe, our Shadowrun game this Sunday. January, we're really excited. We're doing a new format that we are going to be essentially, instead of rotating our games weekly, we're going to be focusing on one game every Sunday until we get to a great cliffhanger stopping point. And we're going to be starting January off with Shattered Isles. I'm sorry. I keep getting it. They're so similar. With Iron Kingdoms. I'm excited about Shattered Isles this week, so I apologize. I run Iron Kingdoms. And Iron Kingdoms is like this diesel punk, like really gritty, in-your-face kind of low magic setting where the players are currently trying to stop an necromantic sorceress from essentially destroying the world. And so they're after her right now, and I'm really excited about getting to just dive into that world because it's one of my very, very favorite published campaign settings that's in existence right now. And so I'm really excited I get to share it with everybody and that we get to really just dig into what the Iron Kingdoms is all about. And so we'll be starting that up January, running it until, for the next until maybe March or so, and then after that we'll be picking up Shadowrun and going into some really cool storytelling there too. So I'm so excited. Yeah.
Nice. So as you can tell, we do lots of gritty, interesting, more off the beaten path RPGs. So if you're interested in Misspent Youth, you probably like some of our other content. So definitely check us out. And I guess with that, let's sign off. I want to raid the Bubbernaut, they're having their finale episode of their Shadowrun Anarchy campaign. So let's see if we can catch the tail end of it and say hello.
Do it.
All right,
Yes.
everybody, have a great night.